Hello guys, welcome back. So today we have a new practical, that the HA cluster on RHEL 7 with a pacemaker service. So before we start, let me tell you the lab. It's a storage technical. We have one server this, we have another server this one. This is my node 1, this is node 2, and this is my virtual IP. Okay, most of people already knew what is the HA cluster. HA cluster is nothing, it is a one server which is used for high availability on your production environment. For example, if one node goes down, another will take care rest of service. It will overtake all the service of the previous node, right? So here we will learn how can we configure this. Okay, and it's about the SCSI server, like a storage server. For that I already shared a video in my channel in a detail what it is and how does it work. I will recommend you please go through that, so you will get a detailed knowledge about this SCSI server. But in this practical we will go through very quick so that we can configure our one share storage on both nodes. Okay, so let's start our practical. Okay, this is my this is my storage server. Let me little bit more so that you can have a better view. Where is appearance? It's change a little bit 18 apply. Yeah, okay, so this is my storage server. So first of all, let me check my disk. It's SD LSPLK. So as you see there, we have a 5 GB disk on my server. So what I need to do, I have to create a partition with the, let's create a partition, pv create or set yes. Okay, then vg create vg underscore, just I'm putting this name so that I will recommend that, yeah, this is my drive, yeah, this, and I will create -r 100% free, and then is my lv underscore isc sis SCSI vg underscore iscsi SCSI. It's putting signature. Okay, it's created. Run the command, so you can see that we have this. Now configure a SCSI server, we have to install one of package. The package name is install target CLI. It install the package. With the help of that we can configure SCSI server. So let's clear this. We have target CLI, this is the command, ls, you can see this. Okay, first what we need to do, it's the quit exit. So we run this command, clear target cd block, and the command create iscsi underscore share underscore stor vg storage /dar vg and this. Okay, this, it's done. Now go iscsi, go and create our one, create iqn dot, let me write it on my notepad so that because as I require this a lot of time during a practical, iqn, it is nothing, it's just unique identifier number, then 6/2017 date. I will just mention here to 5, the month is 5, and dot local dot technique, no sorry, storage dot technical hyphen tag, right, and just use it to cluster. Okay, let me copy it, then paste here. Yeah, it's created. Now what I need to do after that is successfully created. Now I have to go iSCSI, IQN and TFP and ACLs. Now I have to create one ACL for here. So for ACL, create, and the ACL would be the let me type the ACL name. This, let's copy here, node 1 and node 2, so that we can understand that this is for this, right? Node ACL has been created. Now I have to go to set the attribute that the same I can read by two servers, otherwise we have to set different for each. This set AWT at3 attribute 10 equation equals to 0. Yeah, set AWTRI BUT attribute GENERAT generate underscore node underscore ACLs equal to 1. Okay, now we have to define LUNs SCSI IQN TFP LUNs. I went in LUN. Now I have to create LUN also, create black. I'm not describing what I am doing, because I already described everything in my previous video. You have to go through that video so that you can get a better idea. Okay, yeah, here's everything. We are good to go. So now what I need to do now, next, save config, run and exit. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so after that we have to run the command that enable target, so that when my system got to reboot, this will be automatically start. Okay, yeah, that's great. Then let me restart the service. Yeah, that's good. So make sure your firewall is disabled on the system, otherwise you have to put a lot of things on your, you have to enable port 3260, right? That's the port number for SCSI initiator. So let's go on my nodes, node 1. Let me log in on node 1 on this server, then I'll go to another, let me open another putty so that we can have a better look. Wait guys, duplicate session, root Redhat node 2, yes, let me log in on node 2, and it is my node 1. Let me show you the IP address, it's 129, and let me show the IP address of this one, it's 130. Okay, so on the both nodes we have to run the same command. That's why I open the two terminal, so I don't need to, I can use the same command on both of nodes. Okay. So we have to run the command yum y install install iscsi hyphen init iatoi init utils utils. Okay, and let me copy this one so that I can run the same command on the another node. Oh, my bad. Yeah, this run the command here. Let me run the same command on node 2 so that both packages will be installed successfully. Yeah, package is completely successful on the both nodes, as you can see on here also. Yeah, and then this. Now on node 1, what we need to do, we have to run a command. So it's scsi adm. It is a one utility. With the help of that, we discover our LUNs. Discovery. Okay, discovery hyphen t. Let's signal sent hyphen p 192.168.10.198. You have to give the IP address of your storage server. Okay, let me copy this command so that I can use the same on the another node. Okay, let me run this command. Oh wow, we got our node, the on second one. Yeah, it's working fine on both node. We're running successfully. So if you remember, and this is my node, so just copy this one. I already copy, I believe, in my notes. Yeah, this is my I have to use this. So after that, make sure you put this entry in both nodes so that they understand that that is an initiating name. Here by default there is a name, but we are not using the default one. We are using what we have mentioned during sharing the LUNs from the storage. Copy this, delete this, and then use this one, and yeah, this one. Okay, now save this file. I have to do the same thing on the another node. Okay, just copy this from this node so that we don't need to do copy and paste and all those things. Let me go on a node 2. This is my node 2, etc iscsi initiating name. Then comment this and go to next line, and then this, and save this file. Okay, after that, what we need to do, we have to log in on our LUNs. There is a command to log in on the LUNs. Node iscsi adm hyphen m node hyphen capital T iqn, then give the name of iqn whatever we have. So this is my iqn number. I discovered this my iqn number hyphen p, right, and give the name of the server 192.168.10.128, and then L stand for login. Wow, we got a successful login on this server. Let me copy this command so that I can run the same command on the another node. Wow, I got a successfully login on the both nodes. Okay, now just scsi initiator restart iscsi id dot service. Okay, run the same command on the second node. Now here run the command, make it enable so that it will automatically run on both nodes. Right, and here also. Okay, now we can check, is it we have this SDB1 here also, SDB here also. They both are my shared storage. Okay, so how we will check, is it the storage shared storage? Go through my the video in which I describe everything, so you can go through that and you can get in all information. How will you check this is a shared storage and you're not this SDB, right? So let's go for the next level. What is our next level? Let me create a partition here. PV node 1, it's PV create SDB. Yeah, is it a mountain file system is showing me? Okay. Yeah, it is mounted on another node also. Let me check. Part1 SDB read-only file system has been open read-only. Okay, wait. We have to check. Both nodes. I suggest you have to reboot the system so that if it is locked somewhere, it will be mounted up. Okay, let me reboot first. Hello guys, I think reboot system got reboot. I just pause the video so that video size would not be increased. Okay, and then login on node 1, and then let's check all the command is there. Yeah, this is there. Yeah, here also. And then on the go to another node, and what is this? Okay, I try this. Okay, my system will reboot. LSPLK. Okay, then now what I need to do? We have to run the command. Let's create a PV create and SDB VG create, and VG name we will type here HTTP. Okay, so that we remember that this admin is using for that particular service. Okay, now the VG create, LV create, and after that, what is L 100% and this and the free and dev SDB. No, sorry. LV underscore HTTP and VG underscore VG underscore and HTTP. Yeah, we have a complete LVM. Now you can see that. Let's DLK. Okay. Now go to another node. You might be not able to see, you are not able to see here. So after this everything will run on the storage and on both sides. So before we start the configuration on the cluster, so I will recommend you please reboot both servers so that we can start if something goes wrong on our system, so we can find out right now before we start our cluster configuration. Okay, so let's reboot this reboot and reboot this one also. It will take only 1 minute to come up. So before that I will tell you something. Okay, so for cluster we required a few packages which is not by default in the most of we people mount our CD and then copy package from the package folder and create a yum. But whatever the package we require on the cluster, those packages you cannot find in that package folder, right? For that you have to go some another location, but don't need to worry, you don't need to download over the internet and on all. Those packages also still available in your ISO, but on another location, right? And what is that location? Because I got one request from one of my friend. He just said that he is not getting those packets in the ISO even a yum. So here is the answer, right? Now let's log in on node 1. Okay, and now here I will show you. Let me I have a CD on this system. I mounted it. Now I will show you where those packages. By default, we people go in this file and this folder, and all those packages we copy in our yum server and then create our yum. But we have to, for a cluster, we have to take one more step. There is a one folder that add-ons. Here is that's my packages. These are my packages which is used for the clustering. These are pacemaker, cluster, and on all those things. You have to copy those packages in your cluster wherever you create your yum server, and then create proper yum, and with the help of that you can install these packages. Okay, so that's why I just want to tell about this, so that I don't want that when you perform this practical on your system and you will find that, oh my god, this package is not in my yum server, how can I do that now, right? So this is the answer for that. Okay, now let's go for the practical. So this is my node 1. Let me check lsblk. There, here is a mount point, right? And then go to here, lsblk. Here is also my mount point. Okay, now I would request you format it ext4. I don't want to format with the xfs because you know, xfs has some limitation that you cannot reduce that file system. Okay, so here I'm using this one. So here's this lv underscore, what is happen? Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, this, right? And this it's mounted. So for a clustering, you have to make sure that your all node have this configuration file. They should read both of each others with a name, also with the IP address also. Okay, the same configuration should be on node 2. Node 2, yes, go top lsblk. I'm able to see here also, right? And so what I need to do now, so I need to show you that then I make configuration, so all these 3 servers I can read here. Okay, so what I need to do now, I have to install the package. What are those packages which I require to install? That is a yum space y install pcs star pac paste make star, okay, and the fenc fans -agents -all. Okay, let me copy this line so that I can run the same command on my another node also. Now go to the top, I done this command here, then enter here and enter here also. There is 76 package something which I require to install. This package is going to install on my system right now. The same package is here also. So after this installation, how can you find out and how can you cross check that all necessary packages in your system now? So I will tell you one things, because during my own practical with one of my friend, and we found that few did not install during this, and later when we start configuration of cluster, we found some error. The server was not configured properly. So I don't want that same thing happen with you guys. So for that I will give you the one key. With the help of that you can find out that my old package is installed properly or not. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so now what is that? Now etc and HA, sorry, not this. You have to check this command grep and HA cluster, right? If you find this username in your server, so that means your all the necessary packages are already in your system. Okay, now what will be our next step? Our next step would be before our next step, first we have to set a password. HA cluster. Make sure you set the same password on about server. I'm typing the same username as a password. Cluster. Okay, go to in this also. HA cluster. If any of you guys work on RHEL 6 and configure a cluster, if you remember, there is a RHEL which is used for this task, RHEL. So in Redhat 7 they changed the name. It's the HA cluster. In the RHEL 6 that was a RHEL, and Lucy was a graphical interface. Here we are not using a graphical interface. We will configure everything on the command line. Okay, and so after that, what we need to do, we have to start our service, pscsd.service service start, and then enable it. Now let me run the same command on my another node, and then the same command from here, service. Okay, we are good to go here. After that, let's start creation of cluster. Okay, now what I need to do, I already start a service. Give me 1 minute, guys. I have to check few things. Okay, you already start your service. Now on any of node, you can start run these commands. Okay, what I'm going to type now, it doesn't matter. You running on one node or two node, for node 1 or node 2, it will run on both nodes. Okay, now it's a PCS command, cluster auth authentication, node 1. Let me type the name, node 1 dot technical -tag dot local, right? And then type the name, this. Okay, it is just a host name actually. Let me, before I run this command, I want to be confirm that this is my host name, a real host name. Okay, now I run the command. I believe we did not make any mistake. Technical.local, and yeah, I am making let me type here node 2. Okay, oh, it will not work. Let me, yeah, it's asking me username, password. My username is HA cluster. Wow, authorized. So we run this command. Now in this, we are our both nodes add in a cluster. Okay, so let's create a cluster. I just add my nodes in a cluster. Okay, now I have to run the command. What would be that command? PCS. What we going to configure cluster? We have to set up --start. We have to start a cluster. What is the name of my cluster? Name. Okay, my cluster name is technical -tag technical. I just tag. Okay, underscore cluster. This is my cluster name, and then again you have to type the both nodes name, node 1, node 2. Okay, then my cluster going to start now. You can see set downing PMS service and going to start synchronize. Wow, restarting pace on the node in order to reload the certificates, and everything is done automatically. You don't need to do anything. You have to run the simple commands, right? After that, you have to enable this, so that enable the cluster to start the system startup, else you will need to start the cluster on every time you restart your system. For that, we have to run a few commands. Okay, what are those commands? That is a PCS You don't need to run this command on both nodes. You have to run this command on one single node. Okay, automatically reflect on both servers. It's giving unable to. Okay, my bad. Hyphen PCS cluster enable hyphen all. Yeah, you can see node 1 enable cluster enable, node 2 cluster enable. Okay, so finally what we need to do now, we have to check PCS cluster status. You can see my both nodes are online. Okay, resource, everything is online. Now what would be our next step? But you saw everything. Okay, after that, PCS cluster status, we run the command cluster status. If you will see PCS, you can see here full of list resource. We don't have any resource on my system, so I have to just configure my resource. I'm not using a fencing here because I'm using this lab on the VMware workstation, so I cannot implement that here. So but in a real scenario you have to use that. Okay, so now let's preparing for Apache. Okay, we have to install these packages on both nodes. Yum install -y httpd and wget. Okay, on both nodes we run this command. Okay, all packages there. Let me check this one also. All packages there. That's great, good for us. Okay, now what we need to do, we have to go on the both nodes Apache configuration file. As all of you know very well, what is the configuration file of Apache? Go to end of the file. Here what we need to do, we have to write this location server hyphen status. Okay, is set HAN. Make sure whatever I'm typing, everything would be the same when you will do the same thing on your system. Okay, you'll be typing this few things in the here in the file. Okay, we have to set all these entry on the both side, on the both nodes, right? And RDER order deny comma allow. Okay, then deny from all, allow from 172.0.0.1. allows capital, oh man, LOCATION location. Close it, save it. Let's copy all the entry so that I don't need to type everything on my second node. Okay, node I write this entry in node 1, write the same entry on node 2. What is the configuration file? http config /http.cifg insert everything we have put here, then save this file. Okay, after that what we need to do, we have to mount our dev vg_stp this on the var ww. Okay, it's successfully mounted. Just check, it's mounted here. Okay, now we have to create few directory in this var ww html Okay, okay, it's done. And then CGI bin, and then error. Okay, now let me run a few, write a one file name, tab echo. This is technical tag. It's a technical tag website. Okay, copy this in where www html index.html. Okay, now just try df-kh. It's working here. Now what we need to do, just check where www all entries we have here. Now unmount it on node 1 where www html. You can see this, and go to node 2, mount this dev vg underscore stp this on a where www, right? It's mounted. Just check www all the package what we create there, all this package here. Let's confirm. Here we have index.html file, right? What we write on node 1, the same thing is here. Okay, so as video size is increased so much. So guys, this is all, and there's a part 1 for our cluster video. Now in the next video we will see we can this PCS status. You can see here also with full resources empathy. PCS status this. How we add, how to create resources, how add a service group in, and how to start, and we will testing. We down one node and then start on another node, right? So for that, watch our part 2 of HA cluster video. In this video, everything, this is all. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Thanks to watch my video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe our channel Technical Time. Okay, thank you.